Ham here. Welcome to Nightbreed Metal Radio, a bit of a power metal special today. Three massive power metal bands on the show. Later on, we'll talk to Sabaton and Windrose. But up first, I talk to Jade Etro, the vocalist for Frozen Crown. This is a power metal band out of Milan, Italy, and their fifth album, War Hearts, comes out on the 16th of October.
Everything is perfect.
Excellent. Awesome. Cool. Well, Jade, welcome to Nightbreed. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me here.
Yeah, that's cool. War Hearts, the fifth Frozen Crown album, is due out October through Napalm Records. This is the first Frozen Crown album as a six-piece, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are very happy to introduce Alessia. It's 1 year that she plays with us, but it's the first album with her. So we are very looking forward to share it with the world and to share all her work and all our work.
Yeah, of course. How did you get together with her? Because she's pretty young, right? How did you first get together? She's an incredible player, obviously.
Yes, so we know her since some years because she is living here really close to us.
Oh, cool.
And she started as a fan of the band. She was sending us her videos while playing our songs. Then we had the chance to meet her, to see her live. And when we decided to add a third guitar, she was the only choice. Because, she's a really complete guitar player, even if she now 18. But at the beginning, she was 17. And she could fulfill perfectly our needs, both from the solo point of view and from the rhythmic point of view. Because, we really wanted to take on stage all the layers of guitars that we have in the recordings. Usually when we were playing and Federico and Sheena were duetting on the solos, there was maybe an empty spot of the rhythmic guitar. And we didn't want to use backing tracks, sequences that nowadays are maybe even abused. We wanted to be true.
Yeah, that's cool. Did that change the recording process at all, having six of you this time around?
So, excuse me, can you just repeat the question? I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Was the recording process for War Hearts different from the earlier releases because you had more musicians,
Mainly not, because the main core of the songs, it's always written by me and Federico, and the song takes shape, then we work on the arrangements and stuff, and then when it comes to the guitar recordings, it was just time to share the parts. Of course, the three guitar player, by working together, decided maybe differently how to share the solo parts, how to share the duets. But basically our process is always the same. It just has been an enrichment because having a third person that, took also some fresh vibes, it just, took something else, but the process basically has been the same.
Okay, yeah. So you have songs on War Hearts about Highlander and Vampire the Masquerade. Are you all fans of similar kind of fantasy content?
Oh yes, so of course I am a great fan of fantasy. Since I was a young kid, I've been reading all of the Tolkien books. Recently, I've been into the George Martin sagas like Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. So using fantasy themes has always been my way to use metaphors, because battles are something that we in our everyday life can face, our everyday challenges, and putting them in fantasy metaphors is something that I always love to do. And as you said, from this time we also took inspirations from something else, like the Highlander, like the Masquerade, and It has been really, really nice for us. We had fun, putting these new sources that could fit in our, usual way of expressing.
Yeah. So the video for War Hearts and the Steel and Gold video, they're both like around a castle somewhere. It looks great. Where is that? That looks like a great spot.
Yes, so they are in northwestern Italy,
Hmm.
basically, because they could fulfill our needs, our the imagine we wanted to share very good. So we have been lucky because here we have a lot of historical sites. But for those two videos, we choose specifically those that we knew before because they were, in our opinion, the perfect spots.
Yeah, cool. Um, so Frozen Crown started in 2017, right? Um,
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah. What was going on in Milan? I know you're in Ashes, you leave, right? So how did Frozen Crown start?
So Federico was working on the songs, and he was looking for a singer to fulfill this project. So I've been auditioned between some other singers, but what made me win the auditions was the fact that I had a lot of power metal influences. I've always sang along a lot of male singers, like Blind Guardian, Halloween, Stratovarius, Camelot. So, I was the right person for the job.
Yeah, yeah.
Then, yes, of course, the band took shape with the old members, but then things happened, and now we are in the perfect setup. We are very happy. It's the third album we are recording together with the lineup, and our bond is very strong now. We are somehow a family. And the good thing is that now we live all in the same area, more or less. So it's easier to share the idea, to spend time together, and this had a great benefit on the band.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I saw in 2021, Alberto, Talia, and Filippo left for personal reasons, but you guys put together like a last video, yeah, the battles in the night as like a farewell kind of thing. Like that's quite cool. Like I've seen, other bands say goodbye to members, but they don't do a video release. That's a cool idea, yeah.
Now, that was, how can I say, it's a long story. A lot of things happened in
Hmm.
2020 for every one of them. So, we already shoot that video, and then, for personal reasons, they took that decision.
Hmm.
Um, but nothing. But we are here and we are happy than ever.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's great. Yeah,
that
yeah,
is the best.
yeah. That's cool. Yeah. And you and Federico are married, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Has it always been a musical relationship? Like, have you always worked on music together?
Oh, we met because of Frozen Crown. Yes,
Oh,
as I
cool.
told
Yeah.
you before. Yes, he contacted me, and we knew each other, but superficially before this audition.
Hmm.
And then, working on the songs, things happen,
Yeah, yeah.
and
That's
now
cool.
we're here.
Yeah, that's cool. Have you worked on any other musical projects together outside of Frozen Crown?
Oh, I made a featuring on a song of his other band, Vulturian.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and that's it. Yes, mostly
Yeah,
because
cool.
Frozen Crown is very uh, demanding.
Hmm.
So I am focusing on that.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. And you're an orthodontist, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's also why I don't, put too much meat on the grill, as we say
Yeah.
in Italy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because
Yeah.
I still have my work, and it's the space that it occupies. It's going to be smaller year by year.
Hmm.
So I don't know how long I will still work on orthodontics.
Yeah,
We will.
sure. Do you ever get band members coming up and trying to, check out their tooth for them or anything like that?
Oh, it happened, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Also from the other bands when we were in tour together.
Yeah. 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 So War Hearts, is that a nod to the Children of Bottom song? Is that right?
It's not sorry.
Is the title War Hearts a nod, like a reference to the Children of Bottom song?
Of course, yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Because Children of Bodom have been one of our main influences for me and Federico since we were kids. You know, we were teenagers in the years of the when Children of Bodom has born. We
Mm,
were very into Scandinavian metal. So we wanted to pay tribute also because they were very young when they started, and
mm.
we are a young band. We are young inside. We have young members, and that's something we have in common. And especially, they always have been a true band, especially from the live point of view, playing instruments, rock and roll, play it raw. And that's, what we wanted to do even more by adding the third guitar, you know.
Mm.
So we feel very close to them for the ideal they spread when the band was on. And we wanted to pay tribute.
Yeah, that's cool. What other bands have you been listening to lately?
Oh, I'm always listening to the bands of my heart,
Mm,
like Camelot, like Blind Guardian, like Halloween with this, huge lineup they have
mm,
now.
yeah.
So yes, because when you are born and you grow up with something, you are always extremely linked to. So I'm keeping trace of all my favorite bands.
Yeah, cool. So Frozen Crown's played lots of huge shows in a relatively short amount of time. It's pretty incredible. Are there any that stand out as, more memorable for some reason?
Oh, yes. Of course, a couple of weeks ago, we have been for the first time in the US playing at Prog Power,
Mm,
and this memory is still vivid in my heart. It has been a great emotion for us because the festival is somehow a piece of history.
mm,
And aside from the meaning it has, the organization is amazing. People is lovely. From the technical part, everything was perfect, and has been a great emotion for us being in the States after, having chatted a lot of years with people from there. We have a really nice fan base from the US, and finally meeting them in person has been something extremely exciting for us.
mm, yeah. And then, so the War Hearts album's out 18th of October, and then you're on tour with Camelot later this year, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, we are really looking forward. As I told you before, I mentioned Camelot
yeah, yeah.
already a lot of times. So for me, it's a dream come true. And for us, it's very exciting because we are very happy of our album. We are
Mm,
very happy with this collaboration because we are working now with Napalm, so our first album with them. We are looking forward to share it with the world, and of course, it will be our first time in the UK.
mm.
So I'm looking forward to leave for the tour. Time doesn't pass enough.
Yeah, yeah. Are there any other singles coming out before the release of War Hearts?
Mm, I cannot tell you anything. I
Oh,
just
of course, yeah.
tease.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we are working on a lot of things. There are a lot of things boiling in our pot and also in our channel because we have this active channel where we want to share something with the people. Backstage videos, behind the scenes, and also topics that we want to share because, as I told you before, we want to have a strong relationship with our fan base because when we go to play live, then we meet in person. So keep an eye to our social networks, to the Napalm channel. Things are coming.
Yeah, cool. Well, links below for all that. And I've got to ask, do you think Frozen Crown will make your way to Australia at any point?
We are really looking forward. In some interviews, a lot of your colleagues asked me, which countries do you want to visit?
Yeah.
And Australia was always the first I mentioned. because we have a lot of people from Australia that we are in contact with,
Hmm.
and it will be an amazing experience for us. We hope to come soon.
Yeah, excellent. Look, Jay, thanks heaps for your time. The War Hearts is a great album. Links below. Everyone check it out. And yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here. I hope you enjoy War Hearts, and I hope that Frozen Crown will come to Australia as soon as possible.
Awesome. Thank you. Cheers. Yeah. Next up, I talked to Francesco of Windrose. Windrose are an Italian dwarven power metal band. It's all dwarf themed, very fun fantasy stuff. And their new album, Troll Slayer, came out on the 4th of October. Here he is. So Troll Slayer, the new album comes out October 4th. Your 6th album, yeah?
Let's make a count.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes.
Yeah, nice.
You're right.
Cool. How does writing work for Windrose? Like when you're approaching an album, like is that kind of one of you has the vision and that's it, or are you kind of working together? How's it work?
So we just compose always with the same formula. That is vocals, guitars, and keyboards. So it's me, Claudio, and Federico meeting a couple of days per week and composing new songs. It's always us, because if you put another brain in the formula, it will be different. No, I mean the songs will be different. So we used to compose in three, and then we think about the lyrics and the themes of the songs later on when they are more complete. You know, it depends on what sensation one song give us. We will write the lyrics on that theme, let's say.
Yeah.
So it's a long process.
Sure.
To understand,
and obviously, it's all the dwarven themed content, right? Like, is there like a narrative running through any of your songs, that kind of thing?
I mean, the whole album is about the dwarf universe, but different stuff. For example, Rock and Stone is the only single that it's a little bit standalone from the album, because it talks about. I mean, it's inspired by a video game that is called Deep Rock Galactic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's dwarfs in the space, exploring new planets together, to gather minerals and find treasures and fight, monsters. So it's the one that is more different. The other songs are, there are 3-4 songs with a link, with a wire, conductive wire. That they are the songs of the Troll Slayer, the title track. And the other songs are about the dwarves universe, but more generic. I mean, they can talk about everything, and I can get inspiration also from films or from books. It's not important the detail. It's important how I say the stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not that easy. It's very complicated to write the right stuff for every song.
Yeah. To Be a Dwarf is a huge video, like massive. A lot of great fantasy visuals. How do those videos come together? Like, do you guys who write the music get much input into the visuals and that sort of thing?
We write the music, and then we go in a studio where the director give us his ideas. I mean, we first we give to them uh, the main idea, the main concept of the video,
Mm.
and also the meaning of the song, you know. And the director, after a couple of weeks, send us back the, let's say, the timeline to respect with all the scenes that we have to do, with all the different details, etc. And we go to the studio that is in Serbia, and we shoot the video, usually one video per day. So if we stay for two videos, we stay a couple of days there, and we are ready to go for the sessions. Then you have to, the director has to do all the CGI, all the stuff. I mean, it's a long process.
Yeah.
But I mean, they always gave us a very good product at the end, so
Mm.
we are happy of our collaboration.
Yeah. And the title track, it's Warhammer inspired track, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, do you guys play? Do you play Warhammer?
I started to play Warhammer when I was 12. I mean, the board game.
Mm.
And but I was not playing dwarves. I was playing greenskins,
Yeah.
so orcs. And yeah, I mean, I got inspired by this figure, this character, the Troll because it has controversial feelings inside him. He needs to die in order to complete his faith, but his faith is also his doom. And he doesn't want to die against the first enemy around. He wants to fight, you know.
Mm.
He doesn't want to give up. But he doesn't want to give up, but he's fine. He's looking for death. I mean, it's two opposite feelings that always that they were always fascinating for me.
Mm.
So I wanted to take inspiration from this.
Yeah. Cool. The cover art for this album looks particularly like comic book video game character kind of look to it. Who created the cover art for Troll Slayer?
The cover art was made by Paul Mafayon. That it's an artist that works also for Blizzard.
Oh,
He
yeah. Cool.
makes some stuff for a game, a card game that is called Hearthstone.
Hmm.
And we worked together since Warfront, the previous album.
Mm.
So it's the second album that make the cover with us for us, and he made a very good job.
Yeah. So a big single, it sounded like it to as a massive single for you guys was the Yogscast song, the Diggy Diggy Hole. That
Yes,
was very popular, right? Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we wanted to make a cover of it because it was a song that that people was screaming, you know, during a set list.
Mm.
So we wanted uh, to make a cover out of it, but we didn't have the idea that it was becoming, you know, so popular. And I mean, we also went on on the BBC stuff like this. I mean, a TV, you know,
Mm.
like TV news
Yeah.
on the American television. It was fantastic.
Mm.
I mean, totally unexpected.
Yeah. That's cool. Did you speak to the Yogscast guys at all? Like, have they chatted to you about that or anything?
Yeah, I mean, we have a contract with them.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they still have the rights because the song is made by them.
Mm.
So they have their rights, and we have our part. You know,
Mm.
they have their part, and we have our part. But I guess that this song it was good also for them because come on,
Yeah.
How many times it happens in your life to write a song, make 50 millions like they did,
Mm.
and then a band come make a cover and it make 60 millions.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's crazy, no? I
Mm.
mean, so
Yeah.
yeah, probably they are very happy about it.
Yeah, I'm sure. So the day of release, October 4th, I read that that's the first day of your biggest tour yet, yeah, with Powerwolf and Hammerfall, a lot of shows.
Yes.
Are you hitting any places you haven't played before this time?
Uh, not in this kind of venues because they will be not normal venues but arenas.
Mm.
So sorry.
No,
So
you're
this tour will be different because every night we will play in front of five, 10,000 people. You know, so it will be like be at festivals
right.
every night. It will be a very interesting experience. The the bill, let's say not the bill, the running order with all the bands, the it's fantastic because we have Windrose and then Hammerfall, that they are the history of power metal,
Mm.
and then we have Powerwolf, that is the present of power metal. So we hope that we are in the opening slot. We hope that we are the future of power metal. Who knows?
Yeah, cool, man. That's cool. And I'm sure Aussie fans would love to see you down our way at some point. Do you think there's any chance of Aussie shows in the future?
Um, where?
Australia, anyway. Yeah,
Australia.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I mean, I mean, this is a tour that we do opener, so we will not have much time.
Mm.
If the people is interested in watching our show, I invite them for the next year, 2025, to our headliner shows, and we will try to come all over the world. I don't know if we will make it for Australia because we went this year in Australia.
Mm.
So I don't know if we make it next year or the year after, but we will come for sure. So there's no
Yeah,
problem.
cool. So you must have had a good time here, eh? You're keen to come back?
Yeah, sure, sure. We had a very good time there.
Yeah, nice.
Not for the flights because every
Yeah.
morning you have to take a flight. You sleep like 3 hours, but for the rest, yes.
Yeah, fair enough. Cool. All right. Look, Francesco, thanks heaps for your time. And yeah, links below to the new album and tickets and everything. Thanks a lot, mate. Have a good one.
Thank you. See you
Cheers,
next
mate.
time. Bye
See
bye.
ya. Bye. Last up, Hans van Dal, the drummer of Sabaton, talks to us about their new movie, The Tour to End All Tours, live from Amsterdam. It's in cinemas in Europe and Australia on the 11th of October. It's a huge looking show, really massive. Here he is. This is Hans from Sabaton. So, Sabaton, The Tour to End All Tours, live from Amsterdam. Big cinema release for you guys. That's cool.
Yeah, man. I'm super excited. It's October 11th, and obviously something we've been working on for a long time, both pre and post. Obviously, I think it came together so fucking good, and I am super stoked to get it out there. And in the end, I think it's expected to be screened at around 1,000 cinemas worldwide.
Yeah, nice. That's great, man.
Yeah, which feels what a big honor to have it there. And then you have the cinemas with their Dolby Atmos sound and the big screens. I think if there's any way to see a heavy metal show except being at the show, that would be the place.
Yeah. So lots of bands put out, live Blu-rays and records and stuff, but obviously this is a cinema release. How did that come about? Like, did someone approach you guys, or was it an idea you had? Like, how did it first kind of start?
Yeah, just as an idea, we decided to try this instead of making the movie available for streaming, such like that. Let's see if we can do it a bit differently. Um, and last year we did distribute our animated movie through museums. It was a really great experience to share that movie with the fans all over the world. And now we simply would like to try the concert film as a movie, Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. And this show was part of your biggest tour yet, right? Like you guys did like heaps of shows around Europe and stuff, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, this was part of the tour, two Endel tours that we did. And yeah, I mean, from production to the set list, to the lights, to the theatrical element. Have you seen it, by the way?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, it's great.
Then you know a little bit of what I'm talking about. There will be actors coming out. It's for sure the most immersive thing we have done.
Yeah, it's cool.
My dogs are here, so if it gets loud, you know why.
Yeah, no stress. That's okay. So you joined Sabaton in 2013, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So how did you first get together with Sabaton?
I think first off, I was back then playing in a band called Evergrey, which is a progressive metal band from Gothenburg, and I was touring with them as a drummer, and I think the first time we met at a festival in Turkey, like 2010 or something like that. And then, so 10, 11, so 2011, Evergrey went on a US tour, and the support band was Sabaton.
Yeah, cool.
So that's how we kind of got to know each other. And then a couple of years later, obviously, then Per reached out to me and asked what I was doing. First I did help out Snowy, which was my old drum teacher who filled in for Sabaton for a while. And I helped him with drum taking for just a few shows.
Yeah.
And after that, Per reached out and asked how if I was available. And there you go. Freaking 11 years later. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's cool. And Heroes 2014, that's the first album you played on, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First
so that
album,
yeah. So that hit #1 in the Swedish album charts, and you played Download Festival that year. It seems like once you joined, Sabaton's popularity grew even more. Like, did it feel like that? Like, the audience kind of got bigger,
Yeah, I think it's 100% because I joined the success.
Yeah.
No, that was obviously a joke. No, I think the crazy amount of hard work they put in as a foundation of the band, I think it's been one of the most hard touring bands in the world. And then we were lucky to come in at a good place, if you will. But I don't maybe necessarily see it as a kind of it's been stable like that, It's So yeah, I mean, it was me and Chris and Tobbe at the time, who Tobbe now rejoined the band. And yeah, two great players, and I enjoyed playing with them together with Per and Joachim so much, and I still do. So yeah, no, playing for me has been the best thing. So yeah, and success, I don't know. It's hard to say exactly what made it, but there has been a lot of hard work, that's for sure.
Yeah. How does songwriting work for Sabaton? Like, are you given songs that are already structured and put together to play drums to, or are you guys like writing in a jam room? Like, how does that work?
Well, both, I would say. It's a very open process, which has been very, very cool all through the years, where everybody contributes to songs and write songs for that matter too. And I mean, Joachim started writing songs for the band, so of course it's his way of writing and his sound. So writing together with him has always been great. And as you've seen, like the last album we did, Chris wrote a lot of songs together with him. So yeah, it's a cool process, very creative and open. Yeah, very open-minded way of writing music. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And coming in, obviously, like the Sabaton had a bit of a back catalogue before you joined. How'd you go about approaching the songs that are already on record? Like, are you trying to get it exactly the same as a recording, or are you just kind of bringing your own thing to it, you know?
Yeah, that's a great question. Daniel, who is a good friend of mine, who's the original drummer, it's then only me and him who plays on Sabaton albums. So first off, approaching his recordings, I need to respect the way he recorded it. He played those parts for a reason, you know. He had a plan and he wrote those drum parts. So I need to come in with a big bucket of respect for that, and then, but still, they'll play it in my own way. So that's the best I can put it.
Sure.
Yeah, he was a good friend of mine back then, and he still is, and a great drummer too. So it's been fun, but it's perhaps easier to play your own songs in that sense, because then you recorded them, you had an idea from the beginning of what you wanted to do. So yeah, but worst case, you just give him a call and like, hey, how did you think here? Yeah, this was my idea, because the guitars would be playing that, or the vocals is right, that's why you did it. Cool. And that's that easy.
Yeah, cool. That's great. May last year, Sabaton put out a 12-inch record with a cover of Motorhead's 1916, which includes the original Motorhead song. Like, not a lot of bands can say they're on a record with Motorhead. That's pretty great. How'd that come together? That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, also one of those ideas that popped out that in the end turned out to be possible to do. And I mean, obviously a World War I song, and I think Lemmy's lyrics on that one is phenomenal. You know, he really had a way to write and express himself lyrically, and it's a very different Motorhead song, obviously.
Yeah.
That actually Tommy made the majority of the arrangement on that one, and it turned out to be I think it turned out great, and we got to do the video, and we were lucky to have both Phil and Mickey to come in and join us in the video. So yeah, and we played it the whole tour. Yeah, it was a very enjoyable song to play every night.
Yeah, cool. That music video,
very different, different for the band too, which is always good as a band to put yourself out in a bit of uncomfortable places to develop as a band and grow like that. It's cool.
Yeah. That music video is pretty massive production as well, with a huge cast and everything. How long were you filming that? That must have been a pretty big undertaking, yeah?
Yeah, that's a couple of days of long days work, and we were also lucky to be joined by all the actors in it that showed up and wanted to be in the video, which we are forever grateful for. You know, that's a lot of people, dude. And they were super happy, and they were it's great, fun days. Yeah.
Cool. The last few Sabaton releases have been digital, like EP releases. Are we going to see another album anytime soon?
Oh, this is a phase where we are planning it, and obviously also in the planning phase, planning new tour dates to go out and play new songs. So it's planning phase for now. But what we're focusing on at the moment is the movie coming out October 11th. And then next week we're heading out to North America.
Oh, cool.
To once again join Judas Priest on their Invisible Shield Tour Part 2. So we'll start off in Canada and work our way through down the West Coast. So that those two things now will keep us busy for sure.
Yeah, that's great, man. So yeah, playing with Priest, like, that's amazing. Are there any other like massive bucket list bands that you've got to actually play with over the years?
Yeah, actually, for me, we did all of them, which is a bizarre thing to be able to say. We did support Metallica, we did support Iron Maiden, and now we're supporting Judas Priest. So yeah, man, it's a dream come true, and I get to see them. I get to see Judas Priest 20 days in a row. Great, and I get to play my drums also a little bit before that, which is, yeah, I enjoy it thoroughly every night.
Yeah, that's cool. How is it with like I don't know, backstage or whatever? Like, are those, you know, like are you all kind of in your separate little spots, or is there much kind of chat going on? Like, do you get to hang out and that kind of thing?
Very friendly vibe throughout the whole tour, and you know, everyone from their crew to band is super nice and friendly people that you stop and chat with for a bit during the day, you know, or have a coffee or whatever. But yeah, they are busy with their stuff, and so are we. So, but yeah, we've been very well treated and received on the tour, and I can't wait to come back to do it again.
Yeah, cool. Sabaton's done some songs for video games like Hearts of Iron 4, World of Warships, and World of Tanks, and like thematically, you know, you guys match obviously. But are any of the guys gamers? Are you into that kind of thing?
Yeah, for sure. I think let me think now. Yeah, all of us are gamers. I'm not sure about Tommy actually, if he's a gamer. I have to ask him. Tommy was for sure. So we used to even game like the five of us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like we would play online when we were home. But yeah, for sure. Totally into game. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And Paris, obviously, in the midst of releasing his own game.
Oh, nice.
Lord Apple, which is worth to check out. I think it looks amazing, and it's a very cool thing for him to go through with and make it a reality. So definitely.
Yeah, cool. Well, what do you
I
play?
I had more time though. I wish I did
Yeah.
have to play. I guess that goes for everyone our age with being a parent, and we have a few dogs and animals. So yeah. Last tour I did play, which was new back then, was Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, great game.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're married to Floor Jansen, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So most people know Floor from as a vocalist at Nightwish. Have you two ever made music together?
You know what? I got this question the other day, and the answer is no. There was never any time.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
That's the simple answer. So maybe in the future, yeah. I mean, we helped each other out here and there. Of course, I would record her vocals, or you know, we would give each other feedback on songs or mixes or whatever. But yeah, let's see when things calm down a bit, which I expect never to happen. We can maybe write a song together.
Yeah. And you guys have kids, right? Are you encouraging them to, you know, get into music or anything like that?
Not really like that. I mean, the way I see it is if they are into it, all the options are there. You want to play drums? There are 2 drum kits literally right there. Take your sticks and go play. We play together sometimes, of course.
Yeah.
And if you want to sing, you have a decent teacher in the house. You know, you can do that. But if you don't want to do that, that's also fine. Yeah. The options are there if you want to do it. And yeah. So no real pushing like that. But I mean, Freya for sure likes both dancing and singing, and obviously has a nick for it. So yeah, who knows? We'll see.
That's cool. You were part of Spin the Wheel, a bit of a super group, yeah, with like JJ French from Twisted Sister, Eric Peterson from Dragonlord and Testament, Biff Byford from Saxon, and Cecilia Napo from Goblin. Like, that's a pretty massive lineup. How did that happen? How did that all come together?
What a great research you did. Yeah, dude, that was great. I got the question, and I saw who was going to be on it, and then I thought to myself, I'm a big Testament fan, always was. I'm a big Twisted Sister fan, and I always liked Saxon too. So, and that's it for me, man. I can be on even a song with those guys, and what a great bass player she was too. So just a fun thing to do, and to play music with great players. Yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah.
What are you listening to lately? Like, obviously you probably see a lot of bands on the road and stuff, but what are you checking out?
Lately, I've been listening to a Swedish band called Brothers of Metal,
Okay.
which I can definitely recommend. It's I think they released their second album recently, and it's such a fun band and crazy good songs. It's like, I don't know how they do it, but it's hit song after hit song, and it's a super fun band to see live. So that I've been listening to that. They're good friends of mine too, which is nice. Other than that, what I've been listening to, I enjoyed the latest Judas Priest album. I think it was a great album they put out. I mean, they celebrate 50 plus years as a band, so be able to put out albums like that is big respect. Yeah, and then a lot of audiobooks. I'm very good at eating those, so
Cool.
I'm listening to that too. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. What kind of stuff are you reading, listening, books wise?
Oh yeah, it could be anything, but usually factual books for me. I've been reading lately a book called what's the English word for that? It's called
non-fiction, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, it is non-fiction. It's called. Let me just think about the translation.
Okay.
It's about a Swedish guy called Anders Hansen, which is he's a psychiatrist, and it's basically how the correlation between physical exercise and mental well-being, like, and preventing diseases like Alzheimer's and stuff like that, which is a super strong correlation to each other. And I like to work out, and running has been my biggest thing over the years. So yeah, great. It's a lot of information that we should know, but we tend to forget about. Yeah, so I can totally recommend it.
Yeah, cool, man. So yeah, obviously Sabaton Tour to End All Tours hits Aussie cinemas October 11. Is there any chance Sabaton yourselves will make it over here at some point?
Yeah, I mean, that would be definitely something that would be in the planning phase to go out and come back. We had such a great time at the Good Things Festival that we were over for about 2 years, I guess, year and a half. So yeah, definitely, I would love to.
Yeah, cool, man. Awesome. Look, Hans, thanks heaps for your time, man. It's been cool to chat, and yeah, great film, man. Good work. It's come together really well. Hey, it's good.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me. Take care, and good night, I suppose.
Yeah, thanks, man. Have a good one.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers to Windrose, Frozen Crown, and of course Sabaton. Links below, details to all their good stuff. Also below is a link to the Wrestle On Records stuff, and this coming 13th of October is a new Demon Sin single that's ready to go. Looking forward to sharing that with you. That's it for now. Subscribe for more metal, and I'll be back soon to give it to you. Cheers, guys.